One of the ways you can work on improving your writing style is to look at ways that you join independent clauses. So, today we're going to look at 5 different ways that you can combine two independent clauses. So, real quick to define independent clause, an independent clause is a clause that can stand alone as its own complete sentence. So, basically, it's a simple sentence by itself. But there are 5 different ways that we can put them together to add some variety to our writing. So the first is just a very basic, using a period in the middle of in a sentence at the end. Basic, simple sentence. So I'm not going to really look at that because if you're combining it with a period, that's just two different sentences. The second way is going to be using a comma and a conjunction. So you might be familiar with the acronym FANBOYS. It's the coordinating conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. If you use a comma between two independent clauses, two sentences, you have to have a conjunction with it. When you do this, it gives both independent clauses roughly an equal emphasis. So the first independent clause is carries about the same importance as the second independent clause does. So, for example, here I just have a little sentence: Bowser kidnapped Princess Peach, but Mario saved her. If you look at it, each independent clause, Bowser kidnapping Peach, Mario saving her, are both of about equal importance stylistically as far as the sentence is concerned. So that's a common way that a lot of people combine two sentences together. Another way we can do it, the third use, is a semicolon. A semicolon is the icon that you see there, the dot and the comma. Semicolons also give roughly equal importance to both clauses, but they are really good to use when a coordinating conjunction just isn't quite accurate enough. It's also really good if you have kind of symmetrical clauses that mirror each other. You can use a semicolon to combine those together in a good stylistic way. So, for example, here I've got Dr. Wiley is always scheming, he never gives up. If I try to use a comma and a conjunction there, there's not really a good coordinating conjunction that's going to work to combine those two sentences together. So instead, I used a semicolon um, because the second sentence kind of goes along with that first sentence, and I don't have a good conjunction to put together with that. The fourth use is a colon. It's the two dots on top of each other. This works really well when you have one sentence, the first sentence setting the stage for the second sentence. So if the two clauses are very closely related, you can use a colon to really connect them together. So, for example, here I've got Tails is good for one thing, lifting Sonic when he falls. Um, if I have that first sentence, it kind of sets up the idea that the second one is providing there. And the second one is not technically a independent clause. I could make it an independent clause by saying he lifts Sonic when he falls. Would be another way of saying that. But that second sentence is directly related to what that first sentence sets up. So you can use a colon there to kind of combine that stuff together in a really good stylistic way. Colons are things that are not often used, so it's good to throw one in there every now and then to add a little bit of variety. The last one is a dash. A dash works similar to a colon. It's going to be a little bit less formal, so it goes better in less formal writing. You wouldn't probably use it in more academic types of writing. But dashes serve to lengthen the pause between the two clauses. It can also create some spontaneity or some surprise. Visually, it stands out from all the other punctuations, so you can use that to draw attention to a certain idea. So, for an example, I've got here Cloud and Sephiroth charged and slashed at each other. Sephiroth fell. So, that pause there with the dash, it gets lengthened a little bit more than it would with a comma or a semicolon, maybe. But then it also kind of draws the attention to that second clause there. So those are really the 5 ways that you can put 2 independent clauses together. We can combine them with a period between the 2. We can use a comma and a coordinating conjunction. We can use semicolons between them. We can use a colon, or we can use a dash. So hopefully this will help kind of increase some of your sentence style, writing style, sentence variety.